Right. Yeah. Last time, last class, we discussed about the Indian economy, block one. Okay. We discussed about the Indian economy objectives, advantages, resources, and economy system, measurement of economies. This all are we discussed in the last class. Okay. Right. Now we are going to discuss today. Today we are going to discuss about the. Do you have textbook?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Today we are going to talk about the black two in your Indian economy. Okay. What is the black two syllabus? Do you know that? In black two, we are going to discuss about the planning, investment, and employment generation. So these are all the topics we are going to talk. So black two we consists three units. Unit four is the economic planning in India. Unit five savings, investments, and capital formation. Unit six is the employment generation. Okay. Now let us discuss about the one by one. First, we are going to discuss B2. Where is B2? B2. Right. Are you able to see my PPT? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hello? Are you able to see my PPT? Economic planning and economic planning in India. Okay. See, every country, when the country is economically good, when the country economically sound, then that country will achieve the many success. Every country's success depends on their economy. So in economy, we already discussed that. We are going to discuss about the particular country GDP and particular country GNP and that tax structure, employment, resources. Okay, these all are the economic activities we are going to measure. So here, economic planning in India. Economic planning means economic planning in India. We are going to focus on the how to utilize the maximum resources whatever available in that country, and how to generate the revenue for the country, and how to give the employment for the country. So this all aspect we require a planning. So that is called as a economic planning. So economic planning, without economic planning, we are not able to do anything. Is it clear? Economic planning means what? What are the resources we have? How to mobilize the resources? Where to spend the resources? And what is the benefit you will get that while using of that resources? This all aspect you are going to think. So this is the very broader concept. Okay. This is the very broader concept. In simple way, economic planning talks about the utilization of resources maximum and generating the revenue maximum and minimizing the cost. So these aspect we are going to talk. Is it clear? See, economic planning has assumed a different from the different countries. Here, there, here, there is a hardly any agreement among the economic on the concept of economic planning. Broadly speaking about it, it has been used in the four different senses. Is it clear? First sense, economic planning implies there is a economic system which each production unit does production according to the plan given by the central authority. In this situation, that commodity can be produced and inputs to be used in production are decided by the planning authority only. And second sense, economic planning involves lay down targets some enterprises. It can be included both public and private enterprises. This type of planning may be best it be called that is partially or piecemeal planning. And in third sense, economic planning refer about the setting up not only the macroeconomic targets, but also it is target about the various sectors economy, that is allocation of resources by the government according what they plan. Moreover, government is actively engaged in the productivities activities, all the public sector activities. So these all aspects they are going to concentrate. In fourth sense, economic planning implies the system whereby the government not only the lays down the certain targets for the private enterprises, but also develop the system of the physical and financial controls, make the realization of these targets. These different conditions, economic planning clearly suggests that is virtually no consensus of the concept of economic planning, and those who support the economic planning is instrument to economic. So this all aspect we are going to discuss. And this economic planning refers to government strategies to allocate the resources and development. So allocate the resources means what? Whatever the sources they have, that all are they are going to utilize properly, and according to plan they are going to allocate the resources. See, economic planning generally it refers about the government strategy for allocating resources to the achievement of the development goals or development whatever the targets fixed by the government. The main objective of this economic planning, economic growth and self-reliance and full employment, reduction of the income inequalities, poverty elimination, modernization. So these aspects we are going to discuss about the economic planning. So when these aspects are successfully achieved by the government or particular country, automatically that country economy will be good. So here majorly they are going to concentrate economic growth and self-reliance, full employment, reduction of the inequalities and power elimination, modernization. Next, achievement of the economic planning. Growth in the national per capita income. When the per capita income is increased, it is the achievement of the economic planning, because according to economic planning, they will earn the money. And development in agriculture and industries, development in agriculture and industry. So when you produce the agriculture, when you giving the more output from the agriculture, you generate the revenue. At the same time, when you are giving the facilities to develop the industries, automatically industries can create the employment. Industries can use the maximum resources, and they will give the maximum productivity. When they give the maximum productivity, automatically they can able to generate the income. So that is also achievement of the economic planning only. Expansion of transport and communication. To achieve the above two objectives, compulsory transportation is very important factor. To expansion of transport and communication, they can achieve easily, and they can reach the target easily also. And when you created the above three, automatically employment generation also will happen. So this technology and scientific advancement also, it is part of the achievement of it is part of the achievement of economic planning only. Is it clear? And what sometimes we are going to observe the failures of the economic planning. So what are the causes for the failure of economic planning, and what points need to be discussed here? Failure of economic planning because of raising the prices and inflation. When the pricing stability is not there, when the pricing are fluctuated, so automatically that economic system is going to be fail. And unemployment issue, the unemployment issue. So unemployment issue talks about the when there is a sources, when there is a sources, but when there is a no option to development of the industry side, when there is no productivity, so when there is no any subsidies, any encourage for the development of agriculture side and industry side, so automatically it causes to unemployment. So unemployment, when the unemployment is more, it means that country is not able to serve properly. So that indicates that unemployment also. A class ఉంది మీకు? So the failure of economy depends upon the raising of prices, unemployment issues, and slow industry growth, wealth inequality, inefficient administration. This all aspect we are going to see the uh, failure of economy system. So next, next achievement of the Indian economy planning. So achievement already I told that when our national income or per capita income is increasing, when our development in agriculture side, when it is increasing, that is also when the growth on transportation of the communication system, employment generation, these all are achievements. These all are failures. Just now I explained. So NEET Ayog, we need to discuss about the what is the meaning of NEET Ayog and what purpose it is there and when it is established. That all are we need to discuss. NEET Ayog. So NEET Ayog means what? NEET Ayog means National Institution for the Transforming India. NEET means National Institution for Transforming India. So that is called as a NEET Ayog. This NEET Ayog is established in the year of 2015, January 1st. So previously, before establishment of this NEET Ayog, there is a commission, that is Planning Commission. That Planning Commission worked from the year 1950 to 2014. So after 2014, the government is decided, central government, they decided to replace with Planning Commission replaced by the NEET Ayog. It is main purpose and main objective of this NEET Ayog to promote the cooperative federalism and policy driven governance. So this purpose, they started this NEET Ayog. What is the reason? What is the reason? Why was the Planning Commission is replaced? Because here rigid and centralized planning they required. So that is the reason the Planning Commission is followed by the top to down purpose. They started the NEET Ayog. And inefficiency in the implementation of Planning Commission. Many plans are lacked and effective execution. Many plans lacked an effective execution. They are not able to that they are not able to implementing that financial planning commissions also. So because of unimplementation, they decided to start the new organization to implement the proper planning system in our country. So because of inefficiency of planning commission, this will be started and changing the economic landscape. So with the globalization and liberalization, India needed a more dynamic institution. So that is the purpose they started that NEET Ayog. And what is need for the decentralized approach? NEET Ayog provides the states more flexibility in planning decision. Previously, when there is a planning commission, every decision is taken by the central government only. But when they introduced that NEET Ayog, that time onwards, only it is that some of the powers also given to the particular states. So they decentralized. So that is the reason they given some powers to the states also. Objective of NEET Ayog. So objective promoting the cooperation federalism and bottom approach, bottom up approach, policy formulation, and sustainable inclusive growth, monitoring evaluation. So these purpose there is a major objective for the establishment of NEET Ayog. So this NEET Ayog who will control? What is the structure of NEET Ayog? For this NEET Ayog, there is a chairman. So country prime minister can be acted as a chairman, and government council. So government council means it is includes all chief ministers of the states and lieutenant governors of UTs. So with these members, they are going to establish the governing council. And vice chairperson, vice chairman person appointed by the prime minister. There is a full-time members and part-time members also there. Experts from the various fields, they can act as the full-time members. Part-time members, subject to specialized and industry leaders, they can act as a part-time members. CEO appointed by the Prime Minister. This NEET Ayog also having CEO, Chief Executive Officer, he is appointed by the Prime Minister. And sometimes we are going to observe special invitees. Special invitees, experts and specialists on specific issue, they can call them and they're going to appointed as a special invitees. So this is the brief story about the NEET Ayog. And objectives of NEET Ayog I explained already. The main purpose is shared version and national development, cooperative federalism, decentralized planning, and economic policy innovation, monitoring evaluation policies. This is the objective. Structure already I explained. So this is the structure. Functions of NEET Ayog. So for NEET Ayog can create the policies, formulation, and economic and social development purpose planning they are going to organize, and competitive and cooperative federalism also they are going to organize, and sustainable development innovation also they can organize. So this is the story about the NEET Ayog. Hmm. So when you see that in Unit 4, economic planning talks about the economic planning. So in this economic planning, NEET Ayog is there. Now Unit 4 is completed. And now we can discuss. Next one is the saving and investment capital formation. Saving and investment capital formation. See, it is simple. Saving is a general it is depends on the capacity of save, willingness to save. The capacity save depends on the main determine the level of per capital income. So generally, when we talk about the savings, when you have surplus amount, whatever you required, whatever amount you required, when you have more than your required amount, the remaining amount we are going to save generally. See, these savings also, there are different types of savings are there. So generally, saving types of domestic savings, voluntarily saving, involuntary saving, and forced saving. See, voluntary saving means what? It is related to the voluntarily obtained by the consumption of by the private or individuals. So out of personal disposable income and by the companies out of the profit. So for individuals after disposable income, for companies out of the profits, they can save. Involuntary saving. Involuntary saving, it brought about the reduction of the consumption. So whatever they required, they are going to consume less than their requirement. So that is called as a involuntary saving. So all the firms, taxation schemes, and compulsory leading governments, including national insurance contributions, from this all are involuntary savings. Forced savings. This is comes about the result of raising the prices and reduction in the real consumption. Raising the prices and reduction of real consumption. So that is inflation involves if the consumers cannot defend defend themselves. Raising prices may be reduce the real consumption for the number of reasons. Firstly, people may be suffer the money illustration. Secondly, they may have want to keep the constant and real value of their balance, and they accumulated more and they want to spend the more. So this is the brief about the types of savings. And gross domestic savings. Gross domestic savings means, yeah, gross domestic savings means savings on the gross basis, depreciation at book value in case of the private corporate sectors. In case of householders, sector savings from the financial assets without allowing for their increasing of households liabilities and largely consist of loans and advances from the banks. So this is go through that. Mobilization of savings. So mobilization of savings means desire to saving the investment rate with the raise of the large resources of domestically. So that is mobilizing of savings. Concept of investment. See, investment involves the making of sacrificing the present with the hope deriving the future benefit. So if you investment right now, it means what? Your money you are sacrificing. So that will give the more benefit in future. So that is deriving for the future benefit. So that is the investment concept. So here, however, investment can be interpreted with the broadly from the three angles: economic, layman, and financial. So these broadly we are going to discuss also. So this is the story about the investment. Capital formation. Capital formation means what? Mobilizing the funds and establishing the resources. So there is some sources are there to establishing of resources. Stages of capital formation: increase the saving, mobilization of saving. So this is the two ways capital formation can be done: increase the savings and mobilization of saving. What is the meaning of savings? So capital formation depends upon the savings. According to James Keynes, saving is the excess income over the consumption of the expenditure. To be more precise, saving is a part of income. Saving is a part of income that not spent on the current consumption. If your consumer is spent their entire income on consumer goods, they could no accumulation of capital goods. If on other hand, the consumer decided to save part of the income, the country resources can be devoted to making the capital goods. In economics, the term of investment is used to mean and actual production of the capital of goods. So it can be said that investment depends upon the savings. Capital accumulation depends upon the volume of saving only. Mobilization of saving. The second stage of capital formation is the mobilization of saving. The act of mobilization of saving is done by the financial institutions. Such commercial banks, finance companies, insurance, cooperative societies. So these all are. So it means these institutions can collect the deposits, general public, and provide the security to the savings and provide the liquidity for their savers. Also provided income for the interest due to the people like save the financial institution. This institution may be mobilize the savings collected toward the productive and investments. The savings and investments are done by the different class of people. Financial institutions act intermediates between the savers and investors. This leads to increasing of the capital formation. So this is the story about the distribution of tax resources and savings and capital formation. Now let us discuss about the finance commission. What is the meaning of finance commission? How it is working? And till now, what are the commission? How many commissions are there? That we are going to discuss. Right. So Just a minute. I'm taking my material. I'll share the PPT. You go through that PPT. Design. Share. Yeah. See that? Finance Commission. So in this chapter, we are going to talk about the overview of the Finance Commission and functions and key recommendations. First, first one, the Finance Commission is established in the year of 1951 under Article 280, the Indian Constitution, and it is constituted by the President, defined by the defined financial relations between the center and states, and ensure that equitable distribution of the financial resources. What are the functions of the Finance Commission? Distribution of tax proceeds between the unions and states, and determining the grant in aid for the states according to Article 275, and addressing issue like debt relief and calamity relief, and recommendations are submitted to the President and Parliament. So these are the functions are done by the Finance Commission. So generally, everyone knows about the major revenue for the government is taxes. So when they collect the taxes, that again that amount, whatever amount collected by the government, again they are going to spend for the public purpose only, public development only. So between the states, they are going to distribute that, and they are going at the same time they are going to determine the grant in aid for the states. So what grant in aid means how much amount receiving by the government, and what is the amount receiving by the government, and what is the tax collected from that particular states. No, sorry, not government. So grant in aid means state receipts and payments of the budget and tax. And next one is does like debt relief, calamity relief, recommendation for that. Next one, list of the Finance Commission. As of now, there is there is some important commissions are there. The first commission is established in the year of 1951. It is under the chairmanship of K.C. Niyogi. And eighth Finance Commission under the in the year of 1983, Y.B. Chavan. Under the 14th Commission established by the under the chairmanship of Y.V. Reddy. 15th Commission, it is established in the year of 2017 under the chairmanship of N.K. Singh. Each commission improved the financial devolution methods. And 14th commission, first one, here some of the commissions are very important. Among that commissions, 14th and 15th finance commissions are very important. So 14th commission is established for the year of 2013 to 2020, headed by the Y.V. Reddy. So here major improvements and major results: increased state share in central taxes to 40%. So government, whatever tax collecting from the states, that is 42% the growth rate is there. And fiscal deficit target the 3%. So they want to reduce the deficit also of GDP. And this commission recommended for reforming a FRMB, Foreign Regulation Business Management Act. This act also they recommended, and promoted GST implementation. And 15th commission, Finance Commission, it is this 15 now right now we are in the 15th commission only. This commission period covered 2020 to 2025, headed by the NK Singh. And this main commission main objective is strengthening the cooperative federalism and improving the public spending efficiency and addressing the physical stability of consents. And the given recommendations effect this recommendation is effect from the April 1st 2020 onwards up to 25 only. So this finance commission conclusion, finance commission ensured that financial stability and equality, equity, and it is guided fiscal transfer between the central and states and play a vital role in the Indian economic federalism. So this is the main purpose the commissions are established in our India. Next. So this is the finance commission. Last chapter in black 2, unit 6, employment generation. See, this is a very general topic, employment generation. Employment generation means what? Creating the jobs, creating the sources for the employment. So here, that is employment generation. Unemployment in India. What is the meaning and causes of the employment? Unemployment. See, unemployment refers about the situation which the workers who are capable of working and willing to work but do not get the employment. So here, person is interested to work. He have a capable capacity to work. He have a capabilities also, but when there is a no opportunity to work, that is called as a unemployment. In other words, unemployment is a situation where the persons who are able to work and willing to work but fail to secure work activity which gives the income or means livelihood. So this is the meaning of the unemployment. What is the causes of unemployment? See, first main reason is for the unemployment, high population and high growth rate of population. When the population is very high, when the population is growth is very high, it is very difficult to create the employment opportunities for all the members. So that is the main cause. And growth without adequate employment and opportunities. So without adequate and employment opportunity means economic growth, usually employment also grow. But in India, most of the times, economic growth has been inadequate and adequate number of jobs could not be created. So in fact, almost there is a decade of 1950 to 1980, GDP growth rate was very low, that is 3.5% per annum. Such low growth rate did not push many jobs. So when the growth rate is very high, when the GDP is good, automatically it can generate the employment. So it is employment opportunities are decided by the our GDP only. Next one is the next cause is absence of employment opportunities, inactive and other than agriculture. So maximum in our country, maximum there depends on the agriculture source only. So because of that, there is no other option, other choices also not there. So options of employment opportunities in activity of other than agriculture. Only we have maximum opportunities in agriculture only. Other employment opportunities are not available in our India. Agriculture principal area. Agriculture is principal objective. And seasonal employment. See, agriculture in India offers that seasonal employment only. It will not give the regular employment. So agriculture laborers remains idle during the off season. So when the season time, they will get the work. When the unseason, they will not get the work. So this is a seasonal employment because of maximum people they depends upon the seasonal employment only. Next, joint family system. See, in our country, we can observe maximum joint families only. So one person will work, other persons all are they are going to depends on him only. So it is major problem of the major because of this also unemployment is more. Existence of joint family system, India promote the distributes the unemployment. Usually members of the family work their family farms, do not family business. There are more of worker family farm than the work being needed of them. Next one is the increasing of turnout of the student from Indian universities. During the last decade, education unemployment is increased due to the rapid turnout of graduated by the Indian universities. Moreover, in Indian education system is more emphasis and is placed on the engineering, other than other technical subjects rather than the arts subject. But there is a unemployment among the technical graduates as well. There is a lack of proper vocational education system in our country. And next one is the slow development industries, inappropriate technology. So these are also main causes for the unemployment. So there is a types of unemployment is there. Go through once. Volunteer unemployment, friction unemployment, casual unemployment, seasonal unemployment, structural unemployment, technological unemployment, cyclical unemployment, chronic unemployment. So these are the various types of unemployment. Employment generation. Just you go through this chapter, types of unemployments and objective, what is the cause of unemployments are very important questions. You go through that. We'll discuss the next class.